Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you today with the recap of college football Saturday games only. If you want to see the Thursday and Friday games, I have separate videos for those. So let's dive into these games. First game we're going to talk about is the one that just ended just now. By the way, this video is being taken place at like 2 a.m. in the morning Eastern Standard Time. So first game we're going to talk about is USC versus Arizona. The last game I finished, Arizona came short of a comeback, and they're 2-3 Arizona, and USC moves on to go 3-2. Good win for USC on the road. Arizona, I mean I don't know if you guys are going to be making a bowl game. You might since the Pac-12 South is weak, but we'll see. Good win for USC though. Let's go on to the games in order. Louisiana versus Number One Alabama. Number One Alabama wins 56-14. Good win for Alabama. Louisiana, good job picking up 14 points. I didn't know if you guys were even going to pick up points in this one, so good job picking up 14 points. Next game, Tennessee versus number 2 Georgia. Um, what I learned from this game is Tennessee's bad. I don't expect them winning maybe one game in the SEC, if that, even at this point. Two, Georgia's beatable, and they're gonna lose against LSU on the road in a few weeks. That's my prediction for right now. It could change, but I don't see number 2 Georgia going into the SEC championship game undefeated. So that's what I got from that game. Syracuse versus number 3 Clemson. Clemson squeaks by Syracuse comeback 27-23. I know Trevor Lawrence got injured. I don't care because Clemson was down 13-7 at the time. Syracuse could be ranked going into this week. That could very well be a possibility. Number 3 Clemson. What I learned about them, they will lose a game this year. I don't know who that game will be to, but they will lose a game at some point this year. Could be to South Carolina. They have Boston College on the road, I believe. It could be to them. We'll see. Now to the big game. Number 4 Ohio State beats number 9 Penn State 27-26. This came down to a play call, which I know head coach Franklin on the Penn State Nittany Lions already said that um, he messed up. I don't know why they ran the ball on 4th and 5 with the game on the line. Um, they should have passed the ball. Trey McSorley should have passed the ball. So I don't know what the hell of a play call that was. Um, but basically, Penn State they could have won this game. They blew a lead, and yeah, so Penn State's probably not going to be in the college football playoffs. I expect Ohio State to be in the playoffs. So yeah, that's what my thought about the game. Next, number 5 LSU beats Ole Miss 45-16. Ole Miss played okay. LSU, I watched a lot of this game specifically to see if LSU could actually keep up with Alabama. As of right now, if LSU and Alabama were playing each other, I'll have to go with Alabama. But LSU will be in that game for 4 quarters. I'll say that. Number 6 Oklahoma picks up 66 points against Baylor as they win 66-33. With the backup quarterback, I believe. Or actually, no, Murray didn't start, but it didn't matter. Um, Oklahoma's probably going to move up a little bit at this point. So, big win for Oklahoma. Baylor, they looked okay offensively, defensively not good. Next, the other big game, number 7 Stanford goes down to number 8 Notre Dame 38-17. And once again, the Pac-12 is weak, and I'm telling you this right now, that there's not going to be a team out of the Pac-12 in the college football playoffs, in my humble estimation. Big win for Notre Dame. They're moving up in the standings at this point in the rankings. Number 10, Auburn beats Southern Miss 24-13. Auburn's going to lose a few more games this year, in my opinion. They get Mississippi State, LSU. No, actually, they already played LSU. They get Mississippi State, Alabama, and I believe they get Texas A&M on the road as well. They could lose all 3 of those games. So I'll be keeping an eye on Alabama. Next, we got number 11, with Washington being number 20 BYU 35-7. I think BYU's out of the college football playoff conversation at this point, um, and they're probably gonna be out of the rankings. Big win for Washington. This was a good win. Washington and Stanford are really the only hope for the Pac-12 at this point. Next, and maybe Oregon. I'll throw Oregon in there. Number 12, West Virginia versus number 25, Texas Tech. Big win for West Virginia. Came out on fire, but then slowed down and almost blew it, but they got the win. Texas Tech is out of college football playoff contention, in my opinion, and once again, Cliff Kingsbury, he's on the hot seat, and the seat just got hotter. So, sucks for him. Sucks for Texas Tech. Big win for West Virginia, though. I think they are easily the second best team in the Big 12. Number 13, UCF beats the crap out of Pittsburgh 45-14. Big win for UCF at home. They'll probably gonna move up in the rankings. Pittsburgh's too inconsistent. I have to see how they play here on out, but they could make a bowl game. They may not. It depends. Number 14, Michigan survives Northwestern 20-17. They were down 17-0 at one point. Big win for Michigan. Northwestern. I still think Northwestern could still sneak into a bowl game at 1-3. I know it's kind of a long shot at this point, but they're 1-1 in the Big Ten, so we'll see what happens. Michigan, they get my Terps next week. We'll see what they do against them. Number 17, Kentucky beats South Carolina 24-10. Big win for Kentucky. South Carolina is out of college football playoff contention at this point. Kentucky, they're going to be moving up in the standings, in my opinion. So a lot of people expected them to lose this game. I didn't know why. I don't know who they get next week. They might get Missouri, I think, maybe. I don't know. No, they don't get Tennessee. Actually, I think they get, I don't know who they get, but we'll see what they do. We will. Next, number 18, Texas survives Kansas State 19-14. Good win for Texas. I don't know who they get next week, but we'll see what they do next week. Kansas State. I don't think you guys are gonna be making a bowl game this year. Number 19, Oregon beats number 24, California 42-24. Big win for Oregon. Kind of enough keeps the Pac-12 needed Oregon to win. A proven team here. Oregon's easily the third best team in the Pac-12. California, I still think you guys are gonna make a bowl game this year, but it'll be kind of tough. You guys played okay in this one, but you gotta play better as a ranked team, especially at home. Number 21, Michigan State beats Central Michigan 31-20. Good win for Michigan State. Central Michigan, you guys are on the MAC. We'll see what you guys do in the MAC. Virginia Tech comes out big and beats number 22 Duke on the road 31-14. Big win for Virginia Tech. It would not surprise me if they were back in the rankings. I highly doubt it, though, after East Carolina beats Old Dominion this week. But Duke, horrible loss for Duke. I mean, my lord. Florida goes on the road and pulls off the big upset against number 23 Mississippi State 13-6. This is a big game. For a big win for Dan Mullen and that Florida program. They get LSU next week at home. They could very well pull off that upset. Mississippi State is out of college football playoff contention at this point. We'll be interested to see what they do for the rest of the year. I still think they'll make a bowl game. Texas A&M survives, and now we're going to go with the unranked teams. Texas A&M survives Arkansas 24-17. Arkansas is still not that good. Texas A&M should have blown them out, but they didn't. But good win for them. Indiana beats Rutgers 24-17. Good win for Indiana. Rutgers, my God. Army beats Buffalo 42-13. Big win for Army. Both of these teams, in my opinion, will be bowl teams, but Buffalo looked really flat in this one. Oklahoma State versus Kansas. Oklahoma State wins 48-28. Good win for Oklahoma State. Kansas. I still think Kansas is gonna win a game or two in the Big 12. Oklahoma State needed this one though. Boston College beats Temple 45-35. Good win for Boston College. I really underestimated Temple early in the season. They're going to win some games, possibly even make a bowl game this year. But I think Boston College is easily the second best team in the ACC. Georgia Tech beats Bowling Green 63-17. Good win for Georgia Tech. They needed this one. Bowling Green, they're in the MAC. We'll see what they do in the MAC. NC State beats Virginia 35-21. Good win for NC State. They might look like the second best team in the ACC. Virginia could make a bowl game possibly. I don't see it, but they could. Ohio beats UMass 58-42. Ohio is definitely a player in the MAC. UMass, they're independent. They might not make a bowl game. Georgia State beats UL Monroe 46-14. Good win for Georgia State. UL Monroe came out very sloppy in this one, and they are definitely probably not going to be anywhere near the Sun Belt when representing the Sun Belt. Ball State beats Kent State 52-24. Good win for Ball State. This was a game you should have won, and you did. Kent State, you still remain one of the worst teams in college football. Cincinnati beats UConn 49-7. We can see Cincinnati ranked next week at 5-0. Would not surprise me. UConn, they suck. I mean, they are easily the worst team in the American. East Carolina beats Old Dominion 37-35. East Carolina, they're actually a little bit better than I thought. They could. I'm saying could. They could make a bowl game. I highly doubt it. But 4-8 or 5-7 is definitely not out of the question. Old Dominion, just remember, you had the upset against Virginia Tech this year, one of the biggest upsets in college football history. So don't, even if you go 1-11, you still have that win. Let's see. Troy beats Coastal Carolina 45-21. Kind of what I expected here. Troy's a good team. Coastal Carolina, I still think you guys might make a bowl game this year, but it's 50-50 right now for y'all. Troy, they're definitely going to be in a bowl game. Western Michigan beats Miami, Ohio 40-39. Good win for Western Michigan. Miami, Ohio, you should have won this one. Disappointed. Appalachian State beats South Alabama 52-7. Nothing much to say here except good win for Appalachian State. Wake Forest beats Rice 56-24. Nothing to say here except good win for Wake Forest. Purdue goes on the road and beats Nebraska 42-28. Good win for Purdue. Purdue is I still think they can make a bowl game. Purdue. I still think that at 2-3, they're 1-1 in the Big Ten. The Big Ten West is kind of weak this year, so I still think you all can make a bowl game. Nebraska looks like the worst team in the Big Ten West. Florida State beats Louisville in a big win for them, 28-24. I don't expect Louisville to make a bowl game this year. I expect Florida State to maybe go 6-6. Oh my God. So sorry guys, hold on. Hopefully it'll reload and I don't have to refilm this, but there's a lot of data coming in. I don't know why it is. Hurry, pop up. There we go. It re-uploaded, so I'll have to scroll back down and okay, I could pick up from where I was. Okay, just pass all the games we already done. We were at Louisville, Florida State. Yeah, I was gonna say Florida State could make a bowl game at 6-6, 7-5. Louisville, I don't see y'all in a bowl game. Good win for Florida State. Vanderbilt beats Tennessee State 31-27. There was somebody that had to go to emergency surgery for Tennessee State. That sucks. Vanderbilt, I expected more from you. I thought you guys would blow this team out, and you guys didn't. So maybe Vanderbilt, you're 3-2. I don't think you're all making a bowl game. I don't after today's performance. Nevada beats Air Force 28-25. Big win for Air Force. Big win for Nevada in this one. They could possibly make a bowl game. I don't see Air Force making a bowl game though. They don't look that good this year. Washington State beats Utah 28-24, and Washington State could be a player in the Pac-12 North. Utah, they could still win the Pac-12 South because the Pac-12 South is weak. I don't believe in Colorado. I just don't. I know they're 5-4-0, but I don't believe in them. But big win for Washington State in this one. Liberty beats New Mexico 52-43. Good win for Liberty. They were independent, I believe. Yeah, independent. I believe they will be joining the Sun Belt next year. So hopefully they'll do well. New Mexico, this is an awful loss for you all. This was Liberty's a first year FBS team, and for you all to give up 52 points to them is lame. Georgia Southern beats Arkansas State 28-21. Big win for Georgia Southern. Arkansas State, I expected you all to win this, and you didn't. I'm disappointed. Northern Illinois beats Eastern Michigan in triple overtime. Good win for Northern Illinois. I knew they were going to be good once Mac Clay came along. Eastern Michigan, they had that big win against Purdue, but outside of that, I mean, kind of tough from Eastern Michigan. SMU beats Houston Baptist 63-27. Good win for SMU. UTSA beats UTEP 30-21. I'm going to give some credit to UTEP for staying in this one, but UTEP is still the worst team in college football until it's proven otherwise. Good win for UTSA. Big rivalry game. Middle Tennessee squeaks out the win against Florida Atlantic and wins this one 25-24. Big win for Middle Tennessee here. Florida Atlantic's not looking that good, people. They are not looking that good. Let's see. Boise State beats Wyoming 34-14. Good dominant win for Boise State. This was a good dominant win for y'all. Wyoming, I don't know if y'all going to be making a bowl game. Hawaii beats San Jose State in 5 overtimes. 44-41. Hawaii should have blown this team out. I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't. But they're 5-1, so one more win. Hawaii's in a bowl game, people. San Jose State sucks. UAB beats Charlotte 28-7. Good win for UAB. Let's see what they do down the road. Charlotte, they have to survive if they want to make a bowl game and start winning games. TCU beats Iowa State in a tough 17-14 win. Iowa State is going to win some games this year. I don't know if they'll make a bowl game per se, but they're going to win some games. TCU, I expect them to at least go 7-5 at this point. They're not an impressive team. Like, they were definitely overranked at the beginning of the season. Florida International beats Arkansas Pine Bluffs 55-9. Good win for Florida International. Louisiana Tech goes on the road and beats North Texas 29-27. Good win for Louisiana Tech. This is a big time win for this program. Louisiana Tech could actually represent the Conference USA West, I believe is what it's called. I don't know from the top of my head. My apologies. North Texas should have won this game. Block field goal late. Cost you. Marshall beats Western Kentucky 20-17. Good win for Marshall. Western Kentucky's not good. Arizona State beats Oregon State 52-24. Maybe Arizona State's the team in the Pac-12 South. Who knows? Oregon State, they're obviously the worst team in the Pac-12 North, at least. Oh, he did USC, Arizona, and then in the last game, Fresno State beats Toledo 49-27. Good win for Fresno State. They're looking like one of the best teams in the Mountain West. Toledo, let's see what they do in the MAC. So that's my recap. Sorry about the interruption in that. It was just uploading, trying to move that Arizona game to the bottom. But yeah, I went through all the games. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the recap. I'm assuming you're not gonna like that pause, but it's okay. Also, please like and subscribe. And McD the Beast signing off.